What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the farm. We got another snowstorm last night. It's 60 degrees this past weekend, and here we are. Right when you think it's spring, it is back to winter, just like that. I will say, take a look at the view right now over our yard. It's pretty beautiful, but not what we want. Definitely not what we want this time of year. It's hard to tell because we got a lot of melt already. At least probably about 8 to 10 inches. Heavy snow. You can hear the generator purring in the background. As always, we lose power. It's just what happens here. It's expected at this point. So we got that hooked up. Everyone's warm inside. No real concern as I'm kind of sliding across this little footbridge here. And we're gonna trek through it and take care of business here. It is deep. I mean, look how deep my foot's going. See how the animals are doing. Make sure everybody's all right. And it really is. It's crazy. I was just actually getting excited about our spring seed starting for the garden. Just ordered up a bunch of stuff. I got a notification last night that it shipped. Well, this is a bit of a reality check for us. So we're gonna feed the pigs now. They look like they're doing just fine, as I would expect. What do you guys think? I'm sure they love this. Ziggy looks like he's got a face full of mud. Yeah, they're all right. Barely get through the gate. All right, pig. Hey, pig. Try to dig up the other bowl here. Really should have brought these in knowing it was going to snow, but it will still come on top now. Anytime you get weather, that is a concern. The pigs have proven to be very hardy here though. So let's just see how they're doing. Zig, you were in some mud, man. Look at that snout. So with this snowstorm, it was actually kind of one of those nor'easters. The temperatures, and don't mind me guys, I'm just fixing my socks. Got these muck boots on and socks are practically falling off here. So just kind of readjusting. But with this snowstorm, temperatures weren't that cold. So we got a lot of that kind of wintry mixed stuff, and it was a really heavy snow. With that being said, a lot of trees down in the area. I'm gonna go right now, I'm gonna check our perimeter of our pasture, because the last thing you want is a down tree on your line, a down tree on your fence. I would suspect that's why our power's out. That typically is the case, typically why we lose power. So also gotta keep the fence in check. I don't know if you can see this, guys. I just put a video out yesterday about how pigs will clear your land and how they're gonna really dig some craters. I don't know if you can see that one, but take a look at this one. That is about 1.5 feet deep, completely demolished. Looks like we got some footprints here. Seems like my dad already beat me to this, and it looks to me like our fence is pretty much intact. So I'm just gonna quick check out the trail cam, make sure that we don't have some predator activity going on here. I would doubt it with this type of weather, but you never know. So always good to check. I check whenever I'm over here, and yeah, really nothing. Myself and the kiddos walking in the pack the other day with the wife. A couple deer, not a big issue. Only other concern I would have when we get weather like this is your bottom fence line is typically going to be under the snow. Now, I don't have my tester on me to see kind of what those other lines are reading, but in a lot of instances, that's gonna drain a lot of power. It's gonna act as a ground for you. So there is a potential for your fence to not be as effective as it normally is. What I will say though, the temperatures are already back up in the low 40s and expected to be that for the week. So I would expect this snow to be gone really quickly. It is kind of that time of year where it doesn't hang on as long. Thank God we are ready for spring here. So this is your reminder, guys. I know there's snow on the ground, and depending where you are in the country, it may be different, it may be worse. Not really sure, but start thinking about your garden. We got a bunch of seeds on the way. We still have a ton of seeds from last year. I got to go through and kind of organize everything. Working on the grow light setup. We are running out of space for the indoor seed starts. Growing family, it's gonna happen. So I guess I'm not embarrassed to say this. Maybe I am, I don't know. But I'm actually going to put our seed starting rack in our upstairs shower that we don't use. I know that sounds crazy, but it seems to me to be a really good spot for it to kind of keep it out of the way. And it's something we're not using right now. And the reason we're not using it, we put the kids down to bed at night and we creep downstairs. We got an 1800s farmhouse. The steps do creak. It's just part of having an old house. So once we're down, we're trying not to go back upstairs at night. So it doesn't make sense to shower upstairs. So temporarily off limits, and a great spot to take advantage and start my seeds. I'm not sure if the missus was too thrilled about that plan, but some of the other options were they were definitely worse. So I think she kind of just accepted the fact. She understands that this is something I love to do and fully supportive of it. So I appreciate that for sure. And I just gotta make sure I clean up after myself, right? But I think they'll be happy. And I mentioned this before, it's just gonna be great to have a ton of plants going. We'll get them out as a family once the weather kind of breaks here. It'll be a lot of fun. So it'll all be worth it. Honey, I promise I'll clean up the shelf. Promise I'll put the grow lights away. Promise I won't get dirt everywhere. So anyway, guys, some places to buy from, some recommendations from me. Not an affiliate for any of these, just sheer recommendations, trying to give you guys the best that I know of. Baker Creek Seeds, a lot of you guys know that. I believe the website is rareseeds.com. Awesome variety. You're gonna find a lot of Asian inspired plants there for your garden. A lot of stuff that is going to be very unique. Just make sure you're reading the descriptions, reading kind of some of those reviews. Obviously reviews they can go both ways, but just read some reviews to get some ideas of what zones those things are growing successfully in, because you don't want to go out and waste money. The seeds are a little more expensive there than most places. The next one I would say, High Mowing Organic Seeds. Great company out of Vermont, I believe. Never had really a bad batch with them. Again, they're gonna be a little pricier. They are organic, non-GMO seeds. But really, really good quality stuff. They're gonna have a lot of your common varieties, plus a lot of other things. Maybe not as much of kind of that specialty as Baker Creek would have, but they got a lot of good stuff as well. With them, if you're kind of more of that market garden setup, you can get actually different size packets, even up to like a pound, I think, of some things. So that's a heck of a lot of seed. But if you're into that stuff, if you're going kind of bigger scale, High Mowing Seeds is a great place for you. You know, I would never knock anybody for just going with your box store seeds. I've had a lot of luck with that in my time as well. Stuff from Lowe's, Ferry Morse, and Burpee. Always good choices as well. I know I might get criticism for that, but hey, the stuff works. It might not be the most exciting. A lot of it's very basic stuff, but it does work. Yeah, this is getting a little ridiculous. Two buckets of water. Let's Let's set one down and we'll keep going. We'll come back to that one. I'm slipping around enough here. So, moving on to, how about we talk about grow lights? I know I'm rambling a little bit today, guys. Really just wanted to get out, tell you what's on my mind. So as far as grow lights, we would recommend the Barina LED grow lights. They're fantastic. We've had great results with them. Easy to hook up, easy to chain together if you want to use multiple sections at a time. I believe they come in 2 and 6 foot lengths. I'm not sure. I'll put a link below though. Check them out. They're awesome. I just actually went ahead and for the first time ever, got myself some mechanical timers as well for the grow lights. I'm typically the guy that's in there every day turning them on and off, but we have just been so busy. I figure why not add another layer of automation. So that's kind of where we're at with the garden as I just grabbed our second bucket of water. Got those plans in place. We're actually gonna put some seeds in the trays this week. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so that typically marks the start of our peppers, tomatoes, maybe some broccoli, cabbage. May wait a little bit for them, but it's coming really quickly. So exciting stuff. What else is going on around the farm? We are still, man, it's tough walking through here. We're still looking for sheep. I'm pretty much looking every day. A little early yet for lambs, spring lambs, but some people, if you're anything like me, your timing is not great and you may have some spring lambs here soon. So keeping an eye out. I would like to get up to about a dozen this year sheep. We'll see if we can make that happen. Still hoping that we have some of ours that are bred. Sheep, a lot of times you can't tell when they're bred until about a month out. I mean, they have, and I've spoken about this before, they have that appearance where they get really round around their hips. They kind of get that football shape. They look like it, but I am not seeing any milk coming in. That's usually a sign where you start to see some more prominence there in their teats. So it's not happening right now, which is kind of leading me to wonder a little bit what's going on. Maybe it's just still a little early. I mean, if it is, that would be great. But I also didn't do a whole lot of prevention from having winter lambs. So I kind of expected it. That's when we had it last year. We had our first lamb at the end of January. We had our second lambs. Geez, I can't remember now. I think that was either early March or early April. That one was a little later. So maybe we'll be in line with that again, which would be really good. That would be great to at least have a little bit warmer weather and not have to worry so much about keeping a lamb safe. But either way, we will definitely find some. Pretty confident in that. We're gonna work on seeding this pasture that I just had the pigs in behind me right now. I've talked about that at length, so I'm not gonna go into that today. Probably going to mess around with a bunch of trees this year. Whether it is, why did that sheep just sound like it was in behind me? That was strange, guys. It really sounded like she was right in at the chicken coop, right where I came from. She's not supposed to be there. And yeah, I guess she's not. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Trees, that's what it was. So trees, okay. So we're probably gonna mess around. Hopefully you can hear me over the generator with a bunch of trees this year. Fruit trees. I do want to really get into fodder trees and have some systems in place there to supplement feed. I've gone down a rabbit hole, guys. I am all in at researching tree hay. It is a method that seems to be very regenerative and sustainable for your flocks and your herds, and something that, yeah, it's a longer term process, but seems really cool. It's a little too much for me to go into today, but I am really interested in doing something like that. So we'll probably mess around with some fodder trees as well, whether it's poplar or mulberry, something like that. Maybe some willows. At the very least, they look cool. They're relatively inexpensive, so we'll probably mess around there as well. We just cleared off the back bank behind the house, so it's really right outside the back door. We're thinking about putting in a bunch of blueberries, maybe some raspberries, flowers, of course. The little one wants flowers, so she gets flowers. And probably also put some herbs in there. Maybe have it be some sort of herb garden. That'd be pretty cool as well. A lot that can go there. It's a big area south facing. So I can't get my glasses on my head. But it could be a really flourishing area for us. So a lot of things we're thinking about there. Can you tell we're busy, guys? Can you tell I'm excited about the weather changing? And this comes in and just ruins everything. Well, like I said, it'll be gone soon. So I'm just kind of hyping myself up, getting ready for spring. Hope you guys enjoyed just kind of hearing my thoughts, taking in the scenery a little bit. I mean, it is beautiful. The way the sun's hitting this snow, coming across our pasture here. Really exciting stuff. We are looking forward to the spring. I realize I've been out of breath this entire time because this snow, it's pretty deep, pretty heavy. And forgive me for that. Maybe I gotta do some more running again. I don't know. Hopefully you got your gears turning and thinking spring a little bit. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button for us to continue following along on this journey, to continue to support our channel. We really appreciate it. Check out the links below. Most of the stuff I talked about today, I'll be sure to put down there for you. Drop questions, comments in there as well. We'll be sure to get back to you. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.